Welcome. I'm Jessie, life and mindset coach, here to help you level up in your game of life. This podcast will deliver game-changing life advice, power play pep talks, and move-making energy. I'm all about life optimization through mindset growth and taking radical action. Welcome to my world. Let's play. Welcome back to the podcast, my goal-getters. I am so excited to have you here. Today is the second part of my two-part Dream Life series. So if you listened into last week, we gained clarity together around what your dream life actually looks like, because there's so much talk, and look, myself included, on just live your dream life and how to create your dream life, and this is how you're going to do it. But sometimes we just don't understand what our dream life even looks like, or we just don't have the clarity around that. So I came in last week with the episode to help you gain clarity on what your dream life could potentially look like with 5 prompts. So if you haven't already listened to that one, I recommend going back to listen to that one first. Unless you are really clear on what your dream life already is, then you can carry on with this. But if not, just pause, go listen to that first. It was a very short episode, really quick, snappy episode. And then you can come straight back here and do this one, because this episode is going to be all about how to actually achieve that dream life that we painted the picture for last week. Okay, so I have 6 points here that I want to bring up. These are my tips. These are my own lived experiences. And this is what I know that is going to help you achieve your dream life, because this is what has helped me achieve so many different versions of my dream life, and that I know it works. So let's get straight into it. The first tip is for you to create a strategy plan. Now, depending on who you are, if you're someone who likes to be specific, or if you're someone who doesn't really love to plan that much ahead, I still recommend that you do a strategy plan if you don't like to plan that much, because one of my coaches said something once, and I think she got it from her dad, and it was like, look, I'm going to butcher this, but it's like piss poor planning. Look, I've butchered it already. I can't remember, but essentially what she's trying to say is that when you don't plan, you're not going to get what you want essentially, and that's just what it is. So create yourself a strategy plan. In my world, I love to call it a game plan. Now, you can take each area that we broke down. So we broke it down into different areas of our life, different buckets of our life. So I think we had relationships, we had our line of work or our career, we had friendships, we had hobbies and fun, and we also had our environment. So you can plan based on what picture you got for yourself. You can plan exactly how you were going to achieve this with each bucket, or you can just take the overall picture that you painted for yourself for your dream life, and you can plan from there. Now, the way that I like to make these game plans or these strategy plans is I like to break it down. What time frame do I think I can achieve this in? Just take what you think is achievable. If you think it's in 5 years, then it's in 5 years. If you think it's in 1 year, it's in 1 year. That's absolutely fine. Whatever time frame you get, then you want to start to break it down. So take off like 3 months from that time frame. Let's just say your time frame is in 1 year time. Take off 3 months. So we're going to 9 months. What do I need to know, do, achieve, have obtained in order to achieve my end goal? Now let's take it down another 3 months. In 6 months' time, what do I need to know, have achieved, obtained, like the skills? What do I need in order to achieve that 9-month goal that I've just become clear on? That's going to help me achieve my overall goal in 1 year time. Now let's take it down another 3 months. What do I need to know, be, do, have, like the skills, everything that I need in order to achieve just that 6-month period or that 6-month goal? Now we're not looking at the overall outcome anymore, because we're already breaking it down. We know that that 6-month milestone is going to help us achieve that 9-month milestone. That's going to help us achieve the overall goal. So now we're not actually looking at the whole goal. We're just looking at, what do I need to know and have and do all of the things within 3 months that's going to help me achieve that 6-month milestone, okay? And once we have that, what do I need for this month? What do I need to do in this next 1 month that's going to help contribute to me achieving this 3-month milestone? Okay, so if you've ever done a game plan with me, because I do this with my clients all the time, I help them create game plans. This is literally like the strategy to help them achieve their goals. This is one part of it anyway. You will understand the importance of this and how beneficial it is to create your own game plan. So like I say, you can either do me game plans for each bucket of your life. This is what we talked about last week in the episode last week to gaining clarity around your dream goal, around your dream life. Or you could do the picture that you painted of your dream life with all of those buckets sort of encompassed into that. You can do a game plan for all of that as your overall goal. Create a strategy plan. That's your first tip. Your next tip is to take action outside of your comfort zone. Now, you will start to notice that some of the things that you have written down in your game plan or your strategy plan, they aren't in your comfort zone. Sometimes they are things that you get to do, but they're completely outside of your comfort zone. And you're like, oh, that feels a little bit stretchy. That feels a little bit edgy. Now, what I will say is the more action you take outside of your comfort zone, or as I like to call it, inside your stretch zone, the more confidence you will build in order to take more action outside of your comfort zone. And also the more trust that you will build within yourself to continue taking action outside of your comfort zone and knowing that you can achieve that. And also you will build self-belief. The more that you achieve, the more that you will realize I actually can have this dream. Like I'm actually going to make this happen for myself. And it's because I'm taking action that is outside of my comfort zone that I know to take because it's in my strategy plan. So that was a bit of a mouthful, but I know you get the gist. We need to take action outside of our comfort zone in order to get anywhere in life, because let's go back to the cliche quote, nothing great happens inside our comfort zones. And so if we are really committed to achieving our dream life and to living this life that is just ultimately soul fulfilling, then we need to start to take action outside of our comfort zone. Now, the third one is adopt a success mindset. Now, I've touched on some of the things that is included in a success mindset, also known as self-belief, self-trust, self-confidence. So these are some of the things that we need to start to grow within ourselves. It's all of the things that start with self. And so in order to do this, you need to have a lot of self-awareness, which is quite ironic because the first part to this series is gaining awareness, gaining clarity around what it is. Coming back to this step, having a success mindset, when we can gain awareness around the things that just aren't working for us, the beliefs that we have that just aren't supporting the life that we want to live, when we can gain awareness around the current mindset that we have, the current perspectives on life that we have, the current stories that we are telling ourselves, the current level of belief that we have in ourselves in order to achieve our dream life, then we can start to see where the work is. Now, you might be someone that already has like really close to a success mindset, and maybe you're working more so on the strategy plan and just getting it done. But most people, it's the part where you work on your mindset to create that success mindset that's actually the thing that is going to move the needle for you, the thing that's actually going to help you achieve your goals. Because let's be honest, if you don't believe in yourself or in your capability of achieving your dream life, there is no point in having this strategy plan or even taking action outside of your comfort zone, because it's gonna feel so fucking hard. Like we're always talking about have discipline, discipline yourself, do it, force yourself to do it, hustle culture, hustle culture. No, that is not my approach. I don't believe that this journey has to be hard. I don't think it has to be stressful. It definitely gets to be easy and flowy and fun. Sure, there are some deeper moments that come into it 100% because we're learning more about ourselves. We are refining. There is always going to be those deeper moments, but we don't need to put extra stress on ourselves, because if we don't believe we can achieve the thing that we want to do or achieve, then no self-discipline is going to help us there. Like there is a reason that we can't stay disciplined to achieve the thing that we want to achieve. And it has everything to do with your mindset. So creating a success mindset. Now, on the back end of that, the next tip that I have is having the right support. Now, I know and I believe, and I will tell you here right now, that you don't need a mindset coach in order to help you create a success mindset. However, it is going to be a long fucking journey to get there. Let me just tell you that now. When you have that person or that accountability or that right support, like that wind beneath your wings, I really love that quote. I actually have it tattooed on me. Fun fact, that was very random. I don't know why that even came out of my mouth, but I have the quote, wind beneath my wings, on my ribs. That's my tattoo. And I believe this. Like when you have that wind beneath your wings, when you have that support to help you fly, it's going to be so much faster, so much more fun, so much easy, so much more flow to it. And the journey is just going to be a beautiful one. It's going to be like, I have someone to do this with. Someone is here with me to do this with, that is giving me their advice and the expertise on this, and that is literally helping me stick to my strategy plan, that has probably helped me create my strategy plan. And essentially, knowing that it is you that is making this decision to achieve this dream life, to actually execute, to take action towards this dream life. But it's that mindset coach that you can have that can change the way that the journey looks. It can change the time frame. It can collapse time for you so you can achieve more than what you're currently looking for in your dream life. There is going to be so much more beyond that because our potential is limitless. We have this glass ceiling. And when we start to achieve, we realize that that glass ceiling just starts to raise, and you have no idea what beyond your current picture of your dream life you can achieve. So when you have that right support there to help you to not get lost in the journey, to not get lost within yourself while you are evolving within the human that you are, achieving all of these massive dreams and goals, let's actually just put some sort of example to it. You see those famous people, whoever it might be, think of the person in your head. You see those famous people fall off the rails and they might get caught up into drug addictions, whether this be like singers or actresses, actors. They could get caught up into drug addictions, and then things get so hard, and then they've got paparazzi and they don't know how to deal with them, and then they're caught like abusing the paparazzi and just all of these things, right? They're gone off the rails. And look, all they want to do is live their famous life. Like they want to do the thing that they're doing, whether that be acting, actressing, whether that be singing, whatever that is. They just want to do that. They don't want all the shit that comes along with it. But the reason that they don't know how to deal with that properly is because they don't have the right support. They are trying to do it alone and they don't understand. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen with you, but like, let's say that your dream is to have $1 million, right? Or to achieve $1 million in the next year. Let's say you want to make $1 million in the next year, but you're currently making, I don't know, $50,000 for the year, and then you're paying rent and you're paying bills and you're paying petrol and you're paying all the things, right? So you're not someone that is used to having $1 million that you like to do anything with. You're not that person. You don't know yet, but you dream to have this and you want to have this and you're willing to execute this in order to achieve it, right? But it's like, as you start to grow and as you start to achieve all of this, like maybe you've got now $250,000, maybe now you've got $500,000, maybe now you've got $750,000 in your bank account. You're well on your way to getting that $1 million that you wanted. And it's like, do you think you're going to be the same person? Do you think you're going to navigate this the same way? Do you know how to deal with that amount of money? Right? Because I know, and I've had a lot of clients that I worked with this, is that when you start to gain money, your beliefs start coming up, your money stories start coming up. You know, maybe you're someone that currently has this view on rich people are assholes. Or if you have any type of money, you're really, really greedy. You know, have you ever seen that rich person or that wealthy person that's driving that car and you just look at them and you're like, they're probably rude. They're probably an asshole. They probably got it handed down to them. They probably this, they probably that. Like you assume all of the things. Well, what happens when you start to become that person? What happens when you start to become that person that has the money and is driving that really nice car and has the beautiful house with the pool and it's a mansion and it's got all of the things, right? What happens when you get there? Because now you're on the other side and you're now worried about all those people judging you for being wealthy and like being an asshole and being greedy, right? So it's like when you have a dream, you need to start to create that mindset around how to actually navigate this new life, this new lifestyle with these things that you want in your life, right? Because having the right support is going to help you achieve this. And this is what I mean by it's going to help you achieve this so much faster. Because the faster that your coach can help pick up on those blind spots, can help pick up on those limiting beliefs, they can help you release them, they can help you work through them, and they can help you completely let go of them in order to carry on, keep the momentum of building the money, building that $1 million dream, whatever it is for this year or the next year. And the journey was beautiful because it wasn't so heavy. You weren't constantly worried about what people are judging you for. You weren't constantly worried about, what other people think of you now that you're almost achieving your dream, right? This new lifestyle, this new version of you. So that's one of the big reasons why it's important to have the right support system or the right accountability. There are so many things that could come up and you just have no idea until you have that support that's going to help you see it. So look, I'm a mindset coach and I've had my own mindset coaches. I've had my own business coaches. I've had different types of coaches. And I wholeheartedly believe they are a massive, massive reason, if not the reason, that I have lived so many versions of my own dream life. And I will 100% support that. And I will scream it from the rooftops. And that's just the way that it is. Have the right support system if you want to achieve your dream life. And then we're going to go to the next tip is visualization. We've gotten clear on what your dream life looks like or a version of your dream life looks like. We did that all in last week's podcast episode. And so now it's time to give some space to that vision, right? You've painted the picture, make it a movie, dial it up. It's so bright in color. Give yourself that time and space to just lie down and visualize yourself, because I will tell you something. To achieve this dream life, you need to be vibrating at the exact same frequency as that dream life, as what you're trying to call in, meaning no complaining, no lack mindset thoughts, no stories, no all of these things that aren't going to support you in actually achieving this dream life. So our mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is visualized. So the more that we start to visualize our dream life, the more that we are vibrating on that exact energy, on that exact frequency of our dream life, because our brain thinks it's real. Our brain's like, whoa, this life is real. So we are generating these feelings from inside us of like, we actually are living this dream life. And that is when we are an energetic match. So there are actually so many reasons why I believe in visualization, so many reasons. But when we visualize, we start to embody that life that we want to live. We obviously, as I've spoken about, become an energetic match to that life that we want to live. And we're genuinely almost giving ourselves that glimpse of feeling it, right? We're already feeling it. This will help us with self-belief as well. When we believe that we can have it, because we're feeling the feelings and we have this hunger. It's like all this hunger to actually go for it, strive for it, execute it, live it. Then we will be motivated to continue towards it. So visualization is key. Visualization is a very big and important part to achieving your dream life. And the last tip that I have for you is living intentionally. Now, so many people are on autopilot, and autopilot literally is just, in my opinion, not even living. Like if you were just waking up and going to work every day and then coming home from work and then having a shower, going to bed, doing what you do, you're not really doing anything intentionally. So when you start to live intentionally, when you start to make decisions intentionally, when you start to behave in a certain way intentionally, that is you giving your power to your dream life. That is you doing things that are going to support you to live your dream life. So maybe you are someone who is used to living on autopilot and, just living this autopilot life. but maybe your dream life has nothing to do with or doesn't look anything like the life that you were trying to call in. So you want to start intentionally doing different. You want to start intentionally doing the things or being the way or thinking the things, whatever it is, that your dream version of yourself looks like, or the version of yourself that is living your dream life. You want to start doing these things intentionally. So the more intentional you can get with your life and the way that you live your life currently in the present moment today, the sooner you are going to reach your goals, the sooner you are going to be living that dream life that you want to live. Because nothing is going to happen when we are on autopilot other than the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's a cycle. So that comes to the end of the 6 tips that I have for you in order to live your dream life. Like I said, if you haven't listened to the podcast last week, that episode is going to help you gain clarity on what your dream life looks like. And this episode's purpose really was to help you bring that picture in and help you understand how you can achieve this dream life. It really does get to be this simple. And the key is just to understand what that dream life is, and then the world is your oyster. And then it's the strategy, and then it's the mindset, and then it's the embodiment. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this series, this Dream Life series, and I can't wait to see you all living your dream life. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a 5-star rate and review, because this helps this podcast get up in the algorithm so we can share the messages far and wide. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next week.